When did it become the norm to bring your dogs everywhere? Probably not the answer you're looking for, but quite a few businesses advertise as dog-friendly. Lowe's, Home Depot, and Joann Fabrics all have dog-friendly signs on their doors. There's many more. I have no clue how people are getting away with it inside restaurants and grocery stores though. Laws usually restrict those spaces to service dogs only. I am a dog owner, and I've never lived in a dog-friendly city. Whenever I read these types of posts, I'm always curious where people live that dogs are accepted. Last 5-ish years where I live, it went from expected that non-service animals would get kicked out of a restaurant to generally expected that they be allowed in. My only problem is when people think they're too good for a leash. Even the most well-trained dog can have an idiot moment and something can happen. So to protect your loved one, keep them on a leash. I just went through this with some lady. I work in a cafe at the front of a large indoor center that has 4 other food places open ATM. This woman came in carrying her massive dog in her arms and starts walking straight to the back, where a party was sitting. I apologize and politely tell her that her dog will need to stay in the courtyard. Immediately hostile, she tells me that she'll only be there for a moment and doesn't want to leave him outside, ignores me, and keeps walking. And whatever. I'm not a dog cop, but it is a health code law here, and she had no business being rude the second I started talking. Almost like she knew she was doing something wrong. Deadpan face. She did. 100%. I think dogs have become the new kids. Many people aren't having kids or are having them later, and instead they're pouring a lot of love and time and attention into their pets. Part of that means bringing them along for errands. I've seen 2 dogs actively shitting in Walmart in just the past few months. And a lot of people misuse the term emotional support animals. ESAs do not have the same privileges as service animals. There are some really important differences. ESAs are allowed in otherwise pet-free housing and can travel with people without normal restrictions. Like they fly free and stuff. Even official ESAs are not allowed to go everywhere with their owner. They are not intended to be highly trained animals. The classification is just to enable people with disabilities who rely on their animal for emotional stability to have their pet with them where they live and when they travel. Especially big, untrained dogs that go around attacking other dogs off leash, and the owners are like, oh, he's just playing and meant no harm. Karen, a smaller dog, is dead with a crushed skull. Actually, support animals have no legal status for anything except for housing in the United States. Service animals, which must either be a pony or a dog, do have legal status. You are allowed to ask if the dog or pony is a service animal and what service that animal provides. You cannot require documentation for proof. Support animals used to have status for common carriers, but too many idiots ruined that by insisting on their support emu, horse, boa, anaconda, etc. on airplanes, since other passengers would complain, and the airline legally had to allow it. The airlines got the law changed, so now common carriers don't need to allow support animals. They do still need to allow service animals with the same restrictions. However, the social media posts and downvotes for not allowing an animal are oftentimes worse than just letting the animal through, from a business perspective, so they are allowed free rein. I agree. We have a store called At Home here. It's basically a home furniture store, and people bring their dogs in all the time. My sister had to return several pillows because they had dog hair and she's allergic. It's ridiculous. I love my dogs. Absolutely adore them. But you're completely right, there are spaces that your pet simply doesn't need to be in. They are not going to wither being left at home. I don't really get it. But there does seem to be a correlation between this behavior and the rise of people who think pets are somehow equivalent to children. Thank you. People need to stop bringing their damn dogs everywhere for real. I agree that too many Karens out there claim their yappy little dog is a service animal so they can take it places they shouldn't. I dunno. I'm a dog owner too, and I'm like, why the hell is there a puppy in this IKEA? UK here. In the past month we've had several customers come into the butcher's shop with dogs on leads, in bags, and one lady with a cat in a carrier. It's the looks you get when you tell them that they have to leave. Insanity. I work in a grocery store. Sorry, no pets allowed, instead of asking if it's a service animal. Also, people get super defensive. If the dog is not well behaved, you need to carry it. Super gray area needs to be more strict about the situation so service animals and people who rely on them is more straightforward. I have a service dog and I honestly am afraid of dogs now. Not mine, of course. My first service dog worked for 6 months and was retired after a dog attack at a Walmart. My current dog is bulletproof so far. 3 attacks and 4 stitches later. Honestly, I can't handle another attack. It feels like my heart is going to explode out of my chest. I'm just stressed typing this out now. That dog is my lifeline to a normal life. I just want people to leave pets at home and maybe ask for my name once in a while, haha, open mouth smile. I realized it was normal when most of the places I was going had dog treats and water bowls. After I saw that, I was sure, I guess I'll bring my dog to these places that accept dogs. Fucking Paris Hilton. Europe, you can take your dog anywhere. The grocery store, restaurant, and dozens of other places. It's acceptable. It has always been accepted.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.